Alright, it's ingesting the bitrate. There you go. Alright, I need to send it out to you guys. This and boop, this. Okay. There's something wrong. Cool. Okay. I'll try it again. Don't fret, just give it another shot. Okay. I gave it 2 shots. I'm trying to send the Twitter, but now my Twitter's broken. Is my internet good? I can't tell. Yep, that's it. That's good. Boop. Okay. Well, Twitter's not allowing me to send it then. Sorry. Yeah, we're doing almost. Yep, there we go. And hello. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hi, I'll be your assistant for today. As well as, I guess, the only one here. So, I'll also be the MC and everything else you want to be. No plan for this, so here we are. Hi, Dreamer. I think I've seen you before. I remember that name. How we doing? Hi, Governor. Hi. Opnium? Opium. Hello. Hi, Austin. Oh, hi, guys. How you guys doing? Wow. Got a nice house. Oh, hi, guys. Where are you guys coming from? I'm not used to this many new people just chatting in. Did you guys, like, did something else end, like, almost before this, and now you guys are just jumping onto this thing? Let me know. That's good water. How you guys doing? Where you guys come from? Among Us? I never played that. Hi, Brandon. Hi, Austin. Did I get one? Brandon? I got them both. Hello. I wish I could wave. I could, like, have a little arm poke out of here, and the little arm can go woo woo woo. That'd be cute. Probably want to figure out how to do that. That'd be fun. Because I can have, like, more, things going on with this puppet. Like, I can have... Yeah. Where are they? At least I got this expression. Let me see if any of these others work. Sorry, I keep clicking buttons. I'm not sure which is good. Okay, but anyway, I got this one. Haha. So yeah, if I add more things, I can have like a little noodle arm that I can wave around. That'd be fun, yeah. Hey guys. Hey Cookie, welcome. There's a lot more people than last time, so keep them in line a little bit. Thank you. Hard for me. Thank you. What games do I play? Let me see. Let me get going on this, make sure everything is good on here. I used to play a lot of games, but now I'm kind of like becoming like the... That's so many layers we got. Becoming like the casual mom who's like, oh, I play Candy Crush once a week, so I'm a gamer. It's kind of how I feel. Color. Good. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like I haven't really played so many games. I think the last thing that I played was, actually Genshin Impact. Just because I knew that it was a Zelda Breath of the Wild clone. And it's actually, it's 10% derivative that it's like, oh, it's kind of fun. I like those kind of games where, I like Breath of the Wild, and I was like, everyone's saying like, oh, well, this is such a clone of Breath of the Wild that maybe I'll actually like it in a weird way. And it's like, it's decent. I played a lot of it. That is like, well, not too far that I have like all the characters and everything, but just enough to have some, you know, at least some play experience. I'll probably play like maybe like 2 or 3 hours, so I haven't really got too far into it. But yeah, most of my time is now just kind of, even if it's leisure time, it's more just like, well, I could be working time. So yeah, it's kind of been really just hitting my nose to the grindstone. I think that's it. Where I'm just working super hard on everything. Because working on multiple projects at the same time right now, and each of them want my undivided attention. So it's really hard. That I am mostly just working most of the day. I would like to take this color, please. Thank you. And then I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna select it. Boop. Find it, and I'm gonna recolor it to nude 3, please. I'm gonna put it on the right layer. There you go. And see if there's any other frames to it. Nope, because I used it as a... Yeah, I used a peg on it. So that's good. Okay, cool. How we doing? A lot more conversation. How we doing? Oopsie. Okay. Have you guys met? I don't think so. You just stop by every once in a while, whatever. I stream. Thank you. Oh man, Austin's a gamer. Jeez, alright. That's a lot. Awesome. Yeah, I mostly play like a Nintendo game, so whenever there's a new one, I usually try and get it. I kind of stopped recently because the recent one was the 3D All-Stars, and it's like, yeah, I've already played those games, and I already know what they're kind of like, and it's like, I wasn't really having the best, you know, amazing time with them in the first place, so now that there's been like 10 years of better things coming out, and you know, like the magic of 64 is kind of like, it's kind of waning, especially because we know like every secret in it. Like we noted everything inside the source code, and it's like, it's not as fun as anymore. I think the bush moved somewhere, so let's see. There you are. It's probably this one. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Let's probably just get rid of all these keyframes as I clean these up. Boop. So now it shouldn't move. Watch it there. Yay! Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's see. Anybody else? Let's see. Oh, you just got it today. Okay. You got Among Us Day. Okay, cool. Is that the mobile or the PC version? Because I don't know if they're cross-compatible or not. I don't know really anything about that. I know memes of it, but I don't know much about the minute-to-minute gameplay of it to know, like, haha, you did that thing that happens in the game to, like, make a reference to it. That was like, oh, okay. I wouldn't know. Yeah. PC, mobile are the same. Okay. To everyone haven't got access to Wii or something about it just for that. Let me make your chat a little bigger so I can read it. Thank you. I did it. Why am I saying thank you to myself? Okay. I love the lively chat, but I'm trying to really focus and working on this, so I feel bad that I'm gonna miss some of you guys' stuff. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see. Mobile's free, but easy to play on PC. Okay. Psychonauts. I think I played a little bit of Psychonauts. Yeah. Sequel's good. Okay. Yeah, I just played the Steam game, the Steam version of Psychonauts like 5-10 years ago. It was fun, but I think I just got platformy, which I'm not too good at. That I was like, okay. I think there was some weird thing with the controls that I wasn't able to figure out with Psychonauts, that it became impossible to like finish this one mission. That's like, okay, I'm not able to exactly progress in it. So, yeah, that was a shame. This was pretty cool. I liked the exploring and everything, but I didn't want to, you know, keep going on myself to make it, you know, when I wasn't really able to actually physically do it, I guess. That it was increasingly harder to actually play it, if that makes any sense. Like, the controls weren't working with my laptop I might have been using. Let's see. So this goes all the way early. Whoop. We have the door opening about there. So I'm timing it out with the scroll words. That should be hopefully obvious. Otherwise, be really confused for you guys. Let's see. So I think the background has a different picture, or how does this work? Aha. Okay. So you boys need to be back here. You only need to be here for there. Okay. So, whoop. Okay, cool. So I'm just getting the door in, and we're at the same time. Twilight's not going to be here, but we'll just have to figure that out. Because I haven't really shown the whole animatic yet. So I can do that for you guys as I read more of your chat, because there's a lot. Let's see. I think Mario Party's the worst, like, friendship ender. I usually play with my parents and, like, family, so I don't really, hopefully we don't, you know, lose family by playing Mario Party. My mom's getting into games now, and it's really been really fun. Because she was, like, you know, my mom, like, just, you know, was always player 2 in the arcade and to, like, my dad, so she never really got to, really hone her skills or, like, actually practice. Because my dad would always, you know, play for, like, half hour while, you know, then he would die, and then my mom would play, and it's like, oh, you know, immediately first Goomba and first screen, you know, dying. It's like, you can't really, you know, get past that. If you get past that, you can practice, but before that, it's like, yeah, you're not going to be able to really practice or, like, be any good at it, you know, so. Let's get the bats in. Here's Batty Bat. These bats need to be, they could exist there, but it would be nice to have them behind the door. Can I? Whoa, that's cool. That's not what I want at all. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Have I tried Mario 35? Oh, Mario 35, yeah. I confused it with the 3D All-Stars because they had 3 in it. Yes. The Battle Royale Mario game, that's actually pretty, I did have fun with that. That was really cool. But again, it's like, yeah, like my mom tried to play it and she would, you know, get to like the first Goomba and then it's like, whoops, not able to, really get too far past that. I'm gonna disable the storyboard so I can just focus on the bats. If I can get this going, that'd be really cool too. Now I don't see them. That's interesting. They're there. By frames, by drawings, by frames. Maybe it needs to be wider. Let's get it. 2. You see them now? Where did they go? That's a good question. Where did my bats go? They're gone. Oh, I'm using the storyboard. Duh. Oh god. Okay. Is that my storyboard then? That's my storyboard. Oh jeez. Did I ever make any real bats then? Man, I'm getting turned around. Okay. Let's actually make some bats. That's why it was weird. Okay. Jeez. Okay. I was like, these look good. Let's see. But Mario 35, yeah, I got pretty far. I mean, as far as you can reasonably get. I never got a W, but I got like 5th was my best. So there's that. Bats. Okay. Boop. So we're gonna need it to be below the door, which door's there. So let's see. And then we just get the door, and then we just put this cord in between. Just like that. Okay. Did I fall off the screen? Probably. Okay. Here's bats. So let's see. Okay. There's bats there. Let's color them grayish. More gray, I guess. So we're gonna need the drawing, which basically can just be this, I guess, if I can select it on the right layer. Copy, boop, paste, and then it exists up to around here. A little bit shorter, but that's okay. Excuse me. Let's see. Okay. I think I just choked on my own spit, maybe? I don't know. That was really weird. Okay. Let me just clean this up. Okay. Oh boy. I guess this is great. Okay. It's usually like, not to, you know, totally call it, but like, when Star's gone, it usually gets a little bit less active, so not used to this as much. Whoop, now he's got an eye. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I'll try not to die. Yeah, that's my number one rule is to not die on stream. Hopefully, I'm doing pretty good so far, but yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah, but 35, I feel like it's hard to make like a, you know, a strategy guide, which some people are making, but it's like, it's basically just, can you play Mario? It's more the deciding factor of whether you win or not, so I feel like I'm decent enough at Mario that it's like, I got fairly good. But yeah, I feel like I could do somewhat better. Almost there. It's getting below that. Maybe it's gonna go behind the door eventually. It's gonna go behind something eventually, right? Unless I'm not moving the right thing. Yeah, I am. What? That's now at the bottom, but it's still not behind anything. How's that possible? I just want to be behind the door and between... Yeah, like right there. What if I can put it back up? If I put it back up here? Hey, cool. Okay. Here's the house door, and here's the bat. Yep, okay. I know it's really confusing right now. Let's turn that off. Yay, okay. So somehow bat is now in between. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. I'm okay at just speedrunning Mario 1 and 2 as well, to be more clear. Let's see. Okay. Here you are. Here's Bat. So Bat is going to Bat up into... I feel like it's easier to just swim down. Just do it on, like, on twos. There's Twilight. And then we can post them up. So Rainbow should be there. I feel like she should be a little bit further away. Yeah, I have her over here, so probably want to figure that out a little bit more. Because otherwise this bat is going over her. You can just go straight up, I guess. I made a key here. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, I know the route for Mario 1 speedrun, so that's not the main issue. It's just like actually doing it is more my issue. That it's like just really hard to do effectively and actually do it. Because like the last world is like actually really hard. That I'm not skilled enough to be able to just do it, if that makes sense. That's just kind of like, especially with the new Switch Online version, it's just like I can rewind time and no one's gonna be super mad at me, right? That's like I could just go back and just do it over again. Let's see. How do I want to do this? It's not cheating if it's implemented into the emulator, right? Yeah, it probably is. Let's flip it upside down and have it just kind of be there. If I get onion skin, then I can get this roughly more perfect. Yeah. I feel like with the actual gameplay of Mario 3D, whatever, no. The Battle Royale is a good concept, but I feel like it just kind of... You eventually get up to like a point where it's like you're playing against like people who know what they're doing. That's like it's not as fun. That's like you have less of a chance, you know, as you go. It's like everyone's gonna be... It's either gonna be... Yeah, everyone's gonna die immediately, or someone's gonna, like, last for, like, 10 minutes. Because, like, the timer's, like, way too long. I feel that if it was just, like... It kind of works. Whoosh. And then 1, and then 2, 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 and then 1. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Did I do anything for 10th anniversary? I had that in October, and that was basically just as much time that I really did have for doing it. That October was like hope was the word, so it's like, that'll work, you know, and just make a decently good drawing out of that. So, yeah, unfortunately I wasn't able to do anything, like, bombastic, I guess, or like those, you know, those super highly detailed pictures where, like, the entire cast is there. It's like, I'm just gonna draw one horse and I'm gonna be happy. Kind of a thing. I would like this to be timed differently, but if I move this back, both of them move. So that's fun. Allowed to copy selection and then paste special. Whoop! Now I got this big menu to say, please. I don't know any of these. Hopefully this means that I can retime it if I want to. No! Dang. Okay. I forgot how to do it. Where if I want it to be... So I want to copy it and I want to paste special again. Maybe. Where did it go? Sorry, I forgot how to do this. Now I have too many chords. And I was like, it's way too complicated. Okay. Ah! Okay. So now we know not what to do. So we're learning. We're learning that that's not the right thing you want to do. Let's copy it. I could just make a new... The easiest is just to make a new layer and just copy the same frames into it. That. Did 2. And then we add a peg. And then we add it in. So I just have to do the same thing again. But now we can just copy and paste it. Let's find this. Let's find this. Copy onto this layer. Pop. And then go over to here and get this layer. And then now I should have this. Now I should be able to delete it and then put it back in. I should be able to. Pop, 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 pop. Okay, cool. Okay. Then I just gotta separate this over a little bit. And then you should have both. Yep, both here. Put the pivot point. Whoa! Put the pivot point here. Okay. Thankfully, I'm doing this easy. I'm not trying to make them super elaborately animated and, you know, motion tweens and super stuff like that. Or, like, having each ear do anything. So, hopefully this is just getting them here and done, you know. So, okay. I'm going to put you in between door, please. Can I put you in between door, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe so. Oh, whoop. Hey, oh, I had it. It's like a 0.1 difference. Hey, okay, we did it. Whew, okay. You saw me over and you made it today. Awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Especially because that was tricky. Okay, it makes this dark again. Okay, cool. If that was surgery, I don't want to do anything with surgery. That was trying to do way too tricky. Hope. Twilight move, I can't see where my bat is. My bat's underneath everything. Wow. I'm just gonna follow. It's spread it for a little bit longer because it's a little slower as it travels along. So there we go. So we got woo woo woo. Yay! All right, perfect. Okay. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, I'm doing like a Inktober every day. That's on my Twitter, twitter.com/me. What would it be? Is it my @ or like my profile name? I think my @ and my profile name are basically the same. So, which is the same as Yoshi Greenwater. So that shouldn't be too hard to remember. That'll be for you. Okay. So I'm gonna go bop bop boop bop bop boop bop bop boop bop bop boop bop boop bop 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 bop. Okay. So I have my hands on the the forward period key and the little curly bracket button, and I was able to go back and forth between them without having to use the mouse. That was fun. Fly! Alright, that's done. Okay. Thankfully that's all we need to do for that. Let's get rid of the server's off. Good. Okay. How we doing? Yeah. Let's see. Boop. Fly. Okay. Good. We're getting there. We're in the back half now. That's good. Okay. Cool. And then what we need is remember that should actually animate up to here. Let's get this going. Hee hee hee. Barely selecting her skull for some reason. There you go. Let's see. Did we ever decide on? I guess we had some ideas for the costumes. For the horses. I think I took a step back and said and thought yeah, I think a bodysuit is possible. So if you want to do Rainbow Dash as a Wonderbolt or a Shadow Bolt, it should be as, hopefully, in theory, as simple as just making a new clone palette here and then just modifying the, find a body color here and then just kind of tinting it to be whatever, and then everything changes that I've already tagged to be whatever that color. So that can work. So yeah, that's why I was really scared. If I change it to be a bodysuit, then I would need to change every single drawing in here. I think I was thinking probably I just reversed back into Flash days where with Flash, because you didn't automatically have these tag swatches where I had to manually, set these up to be colors and then manually make sure that these are the exact same colors as what's here, So these aren't exactly a true given, but you still need to be careful with what you do. That if you have something red somewhere that needs to be different, like this red here for the hair or something, if I select this hair, then select this red. If I wanted it to be the same red as, if I tagged it as red, and if I colored her inside of the mouth, which might be a red, the same color, then they would both change. We would look at the red here, and then you see how that changes, because it's also on the tail. So, but yeah, with Flash, you would need to have to literally go into each little section, if I wanted to do the hoofs, I have all these different hoof pictures here. You can see some of them are colored weird, but maybe that's just a weird glitch of how they didn't get updated. Follow them. So yeah, it's because I have to color them correctly. Yeah, with Toon Bloom, it made it way easier than having to go with Flash, because you don't have the tag swatches. You don't have a universal I want all of these to be yellow, because I changed one of them to be. I made one color and then made them all the right color. But my going in circles is probably because I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, because Flash does have tag swatches, but you have to manually create them, and it's just really slow and weird. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, hi Bradra. How you doing? Go for a Shadow Bolt idea since there's already a reference for it. That's true. Okay. Is there anything more than just being a slightly different blue or something in this case. Let's check it out. Shadow Bolt Rainbow Dash. Ah, dang. Okay, it's two-tone. No! That would be tricky then. Bleh. I'm saying that the body is purple, but then the rest of it is like this dull gray black color. So, ugh. If obviously I change all of it, and it's still a costume, so I still need to like. Yeah, I would. Okay, yeah, it's getting more complicated as I look at it. And if I can kind of show it a little bit, that the ear would need to be separated. I would need to recolor all the wings to be blue, whatever this is here. So, as well as making as many mouths, Pony Life mouths are a little bit different, so won't be able to do that quite exactly the same as this. I don't know. Let's see if there's a Pony Life. If anyone made anything of that yet. Sorta. I do just have like her hair, like, there's one picture I got is that her hair is like swept backwards. Yeah, I could just do that. Got no ideas. That's okay. I'm entertaining your ideas, but I'm just also thinking that, like, I don't know. That's why I wanted to like add a hat, because that's the easiest thing to do is just be add a hat. But yeah, the way I look at it is like I just wanted to recolor like her body color into a different shade, and then that'll be it. But now it's like, well, let's have the wings not, and then have the mouth, and then yeah, it just got more complicated. Devil horn headband, that'd be cute. Yeah, she's trying to be a little prankster. No fit. Yeah, a little headband. Anyone else? I know there's a lot of people here. Any kind of costume ideas for Rainbow Dash that would work good. I have to drink more water. Feel free to comment on that. Let's see, as I need to go back to here. Boop. Let's have her be more over here. Just gonna poop her over here. There we go. Yep. Yep. Okay. I feel like I want to move the arm, which does have some animation. It's really, really tricky to look at, but I know exactly what I'm looking at, so don't you worry. I know what I'm doing. Would you like less stuff to look at? Like I can get rid of the storyboard or anything else? Just looking at like this is like this is day in the life of an animator. It's like I know exactly what's going on in all of this. It's like, oh yeah, she's here, but then she was here, and then she'll be here, and this is our storyboard, and I'm highlighting the lake. Simple as that. Oof. Whoop. Let's see. So have her kind of. Let's see. Just need to animate her like kind of bopping back a little bit. For that little bit here. So let's just kind of slowly move her back a smidge. Okay. Okay. So whoop. Door opens, and then her eyes need to open. So let's get eyes open. Where are you? That's one. Let's see if this works. Boop. Might be a little bit weird, but we'll see. Let's see. Is this different from this? A little bit. Is this different from this? Yes. This should go first. So boop, boop, boop. There you go. Okay. Whoop. Feel like alright, just whoops. Right open. There you go. Okay. Obviously you only be this big on screen, but just need to make sure on the exact details here. Good. Okay. So boop, boop. Now we do the exact same thing here. Boop, 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 boop. No, boop, boop. Okay. Whoop. Okay, cool. Google and support for Flash 2 months. Yes. Because no, like Apple apparently started that trend like 10 years ago. So honestly, it's a little surprising that, you know, it even took that long to even sort of say like, it's not worth it to even have this as a legitimate thing. It's totally okay. Because most of you may not realize is that what they're talking about is the support for. That's weird. Oh, it's red. Okay, cool. It's the support for Flash playback. So, like on your browser, if you make something in Animate, Adobe Animate, and then export it to a website, then that'll like crunch it into a Flash player, which is different than the actual Flash program. So you won't be able to watch and interact with Flash made elements. As far as I know, the actual Flash itself, the animation program, because I keep updating it throughout the year, so if they didn't do that, that'd be a little awkward to if they were gonna get rid of it, then they wouldn't keep updating it, you know. So that's my take on that. Yeah, it's sad. That's weird end of an era to a degree, because obviously you'll still be able to at least at this point be able to use the animate to animate, you know, which this program is Toon Boom. So sadly that doesn't exactly it's not exactly the same software, but I'm just gonna look up, look at the bats. I feel like I should make this a little bit less frames and just kind of go, and then just kind of have it go down. You'll still be able to use animate as far as I could tell, and then you just won't be able to exactly export it so that people on certain devices, you know, at least Apple couldn't, and then now all of Google won't be able to. So that just means you won't be able to watch those like on Newgrounds and stuff, like websites like that where they feature Flash content pretty much a lot. So that might be a little tricky to exactly view anymore. There you go. Wee. Wee. Alright, looks good. I know that not everything is going, but that's okay. Let's see. Archive materials, but so much can potentially be lost in time, which is same. Totally. Yeah, let's see. If you're also an animator, it'd be good to back up your stuff in some way too, just to make sure that in case your regular folder explodes, then you'll have a backup. I didn't quite do that quickly, so one of my larger holders of videos, or at least I put a lot of like exported stuff and a bunch of stuff in there, but I didn't quite save it up. Yeah. Again, expression. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. That's the only one I really got. Yeah. Like, like, whoa. Would work better. Whoa. So yeah, I sadly lost, like, I don't know, but definitely like hundreds of gigabytes of exported materials, which on their own isn't too much, but yeah, as you like add it up, it's like, it's a lot. So that sadly happened. I haven't been able to back it up because I was waiting for the world to catch up to be able to accept my stuff, basically. So I haven't been able to. I haven't got around to making sure that the disk that I have is not broken. Like completely trashed. I gotta know if I'll be able to archive any of it now. It seemed like we were able to back up most of the data, or at least not really. We were able to like access it. I think that's more the important part. Is that when you put it into a different computer and try to access it, then the files would exist. So it seemed like they might be worst case corrupted, and then like they would appear, but they will just be corrupted and not be able to view. So, whoa, whoa, and then we just got to figure out Twilight here. Will show up at the end. Let's see. Let's get the body going here. So yeah, back up as much as you can if you got stuff like that, because it's really large shame to lose a lot of content. Oh my God, I'm just trying to make up words as I way break Rainbow Dash. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. That was scary. Wah, wah, wahoo, wah, wah, wah. Oh, no, actually, I could probably get rid of that. Wah, wah. Okay. So yeah. I don't know whether to be able to just be able to use a different browser like Firefox or Internet Explorer to be able to access the Flash stuff, but if Bing is using like some source code from Chrome, then yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the problem. Is that my problem is that I had it on external drive, but my external drive broke, so I was just putting everything there as if it was like a secondary, like almost like a trash can, but it's like I want to keep trash can. So, fortunately, that just meant like I was not able to be too good with that. Yeah. Let's see. I've learned that things can break, so you just never know when things are gonna happen. So it's just like make sure that you always have at least something else to be able to, you know, even if your safeguard breaks, you should be able to still have something that can still do something. What am I saying? That even if your safeguard or like your storage that you're putting things in breaks, you should still have another resource, basically. So that's what happened. Most of my stuff I still do have. It's really was a lot of like exported videos, so I still have a lot of the flaws. So, .fla files. So, speaking sort of that just means that I still have the quote source code for a lot of the animations for my old videos. So, I really just lost the exported videos and maybe some sound effects and some stuff like that. I'm deleting not the frames. So I still have the source code for a lot of the videos. So, but it was just like a lot of like basically my whole YouTube career as videos was on there. So, in case my YouTube channel exploded, then I would still be able to just use those flaws and then, or those videos without having to do it. Yeah. 4K's remasters of Yoshi videos. Yeah. I mean, yeah, for the ones that at the beginning I was just making a bunch of different like animation tests like way long ago. It's like my first projects were just tests to get everything going, make sure that all the puppets and whatever work. I was just playing around. That they weren't like big stories or anything. It was just like, I'm just gonna woohoo, and then Derpy would like fly around and spin around and go, haha, that was fun. And then I would like delete the file. So stuff like that is definitely lost, but the stuff where I might have made a couple first videos and I think I was told by my dad to like, you better just start saving your videos. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. So yeah, I think pretty much at least 99% of my videos should be as flaws, so I should be able to, yeah, remaster any of them. Go like 8K if you want. But yeah, I think the only problem I guess that you could probably think of is that the with vectors, like even if you just render this out, you know, in 720 and 4K, to a degree look the same. You know, it's not like with film quality, with live action, if you film it in 720 to like different scene to like a 4K video, you'll be able to with 4K see like every human's like skin follicle. So you wouldn't be able to really with animation, it doesn't really change much. At least with the vector stuff, you know. If I did this with traditional and like actually shot it on film, then doing a remaster would be more noticeable, I think, than, because obviously everything is pretty much very, very clear, clean. It's I'm zooming in far enough that it's like you can now see the pixels, and it's like boop 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 now, you know, boop 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 boop. The amount of degrees to like wait for the pixels to show up, it's like it's such negatable when you actually look at it. It's like, yeah, between like 4K, but I know what you mean. Like you can definitely, my first videos were in 720, so I could remaster in a way those, but why would I want to remaster some of those like Lyra falls over for 2 seconds in 4K, you know? So stuff like that is maybe not. Yeah. Oops, she said, whoop, okay, woo, okay. Yeah, we got a lot more stuff to do. What else do we want to do? So we thought about that. We got pretty far with that. I think we just need her to now kind of go wah. And then Fluttershy shows up, and then let's just go ahead with making her look down, and then kind of get scared. That'll probably be the only thing I'm probably able to do in this time frame. So, yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe even faster. Yeah, yeah. Let's get body master. Actually, maybe just a whole thing. Okay, so that means that we need the eyes to move first. So that's how we do. And then boop. And now she's gonna be looking directly at Flutterbat. Yes, Robin Man. He was just he was so happy. He like lifted it up over his head and was like, "I got it." It's like, yeah. Meow. Meow. Oh boy. Never falls over 2 seconds in 4K. I know the other like big trending thing is to do it in like in 60 FPS, which with animation, it is already like it's so determined on like the frame rate anyway that to make it like have more frames does break things. I know like when I accidentally had one shot in Falling Celestia set up to be like 30 or 60 or something, and I was like, why is this breaking? It's like everything that I had timed out is like all the animation is like it's not synced up. Like what's going on? Like do I have to make it everything was fast and it's just like what's going on? I wasn't able to figure it out. Actually the first time I saw it was unfortunately my Speed Racer Dash. I must have, because I spent like a week making these cartoons back then, that I was working like someday and then must have changed the frame rate, and I changed it to even like 30 might have broke it, because it was such like it doesn't feel like it was full 60, you know, like I just even that kind of feels weird. That feels kind of janky with the timeline going around. But yeah, that I didn't know for so long that by the time that I figured out, I was trying to like retime everything with Speed Racer Dash, which was like 2014 or something. So with that, I didn't know what to do, and it's just like, let me just try and redo it, you know, and try to retime everything out, or like try to figure out like, because I synced everything up to the music, and then I had it you know, perfectly set up that it would, you know, go exactly with the music, and it was just already set up, so it was a music video, so it's like it's good. But then I set it to a different frame rate and it just broke everything. So I wasn't able to use that same timing and everything that I had set up. So I was able to sort of make it work. To a degree that certain things would feel like a little bit off. I tried to fix it as best as I could, especially in that time frame, that it just wasn't able to be exactly as I wanted. I think I probably did change it back to 24. I don't know. I'll have to check during toaster time on that, just to confirm on that. But yeah, even that one was probably 720, because that was an old one. Okay, so here, she needs to freak out. Oop. Oh. Whoa. Actually need like maybe this one to be antic, so she'll go squash down, and then let's have it be up here, and then we'll have it be up here, and then so wow. Whoa. Ooh. Squish, squish, rotate, whoop, squish, rotate, stretch, 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 ha, 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 ha. So, whoa, whoa, whoa. I feel like it's keeping in transformation. That's a little weird. Sorry, I'm concentrating on this a little bit. Here we go. Whoa! Okay, let's get rid of this storyboard. I can just actually see it. Yep. Yep. That's awkward here. Let's see. Let's get rid of that one. Wah. Wah. So, bop. Let's get more squish. This we are stretch. Wah. There you go. That adds more. Wah. Wah. Yeah. So now I was trying to get everything in 60 FPS. Or like use AI or whatever technology to get it to be 60 FPS of a 24 frames per second video. And it does not look good. Because like the animators are setting up to be exactly the timing of things. That they use the frame rate to their advantage at every turn. As like I know this is 24, so I can do things on 2s, and by my knowledge know that on 2s looks just as good, you know. It looks slightly static, but once you put everything kind of put in together, it's like you don't need to have everything on 1s for 24. It's good at some points, but yeah, it's like I know that this boop 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 needs to be on 1s, but everything else can be kind of settled down. Boop boop. Okay, so I see I probably want to have boop 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 boop. Maybe like one anticipation here, squash, and then there's a rainbow. Let's have it be right around where it should probably be, and then have it kind of fall along. Okay, so what? Whoa, what? Whoa! She's scared by the nothing in the door. And then it closes by itself and goes woof. Yeah, that's spooky. It's magic closing door. Let's find this. And then where does it close? So I can get it to be here. Maybe one frame earlier. Boof. One layer. Boof. There you go. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it feels like interpolation of the 60 feels like they're adding frames that wouldn't realistically exist. Like if an arc, you know, you can imagine some kind of arc happening, and then it trying to find it back. It can you have a character that has like an arm, and they go, I'm gonna go from here, and I have my hand here, and then they're gonna put it maybe even just downward, you know, and so you expect, you know, like a timing rate of like 24 to be, whoa, to be here, and then you want one here. So with 24 you expect it to be like, maybe we'll have one, you know, like slightly off from the middle as a frame, and then maybe that a little bit even, and then a little bit even, you know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, you know, that be it, you know, to go from there to there. So when you interpolate it to be 60, it's like, well, it has to be this same timing, but now you just have way more frames. So what do? What should it do? Like it might make, I don't know, whoops, that many frames. So your arm would have to be at these certain like angles, and if it's not being perfectly, you know, it's time to like either create or design new drawings, then that's where it kind of breaks. Is that with the 61 it has to go, you know, arm, and it's like, whoa, it's freaking it out instead of having a nice, you know, arc that can go hop, 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 hop. and like it'll all be all nice. But if the computer's like trying to go whoa in between here, then yeah, as you see that motion, it's like freaking out. So, yeah, exactly. It ruins the illusion because it's like our eyes don't even see really in 60 FPS. It's even if you shake a pen in front of your eye, if you have a pencil or something, some stick or finger, there you go. If you put your finger in front of your face and then wiggle it really fast, you don't see like one finger. You see like a weird smear in between, where it's like this blur of like your finger shape as it goes back and forth. I'm doing it, but you can't see it. So, if our eyes can't even see that kind of... If our eyes have built-in motion blur so that we don't explode, then how do you expect... Yeah, it creates a weird, like... You're removing motion blur, which is also what animation is also built upon. As you might also forget your arm to go from one position to... let's go backwards. So have our arm up here. That's one, and then we want it down here. You might want to have like one drawing where it's kind of and then whoop, and then you add some whatever artistic thing in the middle. But it's like your arm being smeared down as this motion blur. So might start here, up here as one drawing, whoop, and then down here. So that's what they're saying, is that because with animation you want to just have like maybe just one going here and one here, would be the more stop motion kind of weird feeling to it. Because stop motion, you don't get motion blur as a given, because you're literally taking a picture of a snapshot of like in time. Here's one picture, here's one picture, here's one picture. With stop motion, to make it feel right, you might need to go in and make individual actual smear frames in animation, which more modern ones, more modern stop motion pictures and movies are making real individual smear frames, which is amazing. So yeah, there you go. That's the reason of 60 FPS being trending for that last week or something. So yeah, it's because all this that it doesn't work. It's specifically designed to be at a certain frame rate. So if you try to interpolate it, it's gonna feel off because of all these weird reasons that I'm explaining. So there you go. But yeah, Cookie's right. We should go into Twitch time and see if there's anything else to talk about. So see you there. Whoops, we're here. Welcome. All right. Let's play the animation. Boop. And I can full screen it, so maybe you guys can actually see it. That'd be pretty cool. So we got the bat. Bat's still not there. Okay, let's let's fix that, or else that'll drive me nuts. Oh, because I drew that picture, it broke that. Okay, that's why. Problem. There you go. That should work. Yep, the bat's gone. Cool. Just gonna move that up just a little bit. Probably want to also put it on. Sorry. Refresh mode. It's not scared to loop. Okay, cool. Yeah. Just finished a thought about animation is that it's specifically designed to be one way or the other. Like, there's so much planning into everything that even when I make my stuff, it's like I still need to consider, like, yeah, I'm making this for web, I'm making this for YouTube, I'm making this for 2K, which, as I said, like, it doesn't really need to be 2K, but that's 2560 by 1440 pixels, so it's a little bit more than 1080, which is 1920 by 1080 pixels, so, it just makes it, like, slightly more sharp, but it doesn't really add anything, in a sense. Like, by putting that at 720, you're not really adding new information. It's just making some of the lines, in some way, relatively, you know, smoother. That if you have a diagonal line, then it'll be less anti-aliasing than if you have a higher resolution. So, everything is specifically designed to be, you know, the way it is. So, so by just like changing the resolution in some cases would look better. Um, but even I think the Cinderella Blu-ray, they must have like went really ham on the color, or like by removing all the scratches that were on the original film print. Like they had the original negative for Cinderella, and then they put it into computer to say, "Hey, computer, get rid of the hair and little smotches here and there, and clean it up a little bit." But they kind of got rid of the color and actual information. That some of the line work and the colors are more muted than the actual original, which I don't know. It's like, yeah, the original had, arguably worse quality by the sense that it had all the grain and stuff, but the Blu-rays in whatever K and has, nice line quality, but it's also actually losing some lines because of the way that they did it. So it's yeah. Is that a good way to preserve it? Probably not. They might need to go back to the original. I don't know if they did, to like make sure that keep original stuff. Obviously, never never delete it. Just make sure it's in multiple places. If you have some kind of storage drive, like we're saying, like some kind of hard drive is good, but also put it on a second hard drive just to make sure. Because I know, like, I've had so many USB problems, definitely in college, where half my stuff, like half my projects, were on a USB drive because I had to bring back and forth my Illustrator, Photoshop, After Effects, those kind of classes that I took. They pretty much required that you would work on your project, like a big project, in class, and then you would take it home and then keep working on it as homework. So that would require you to get it to your house. So I was like, I'll just use a really dumb, whatever, I think it was even like 32 or 64 like gigabyte storage, and it was just like it flaked out really bad and trying to put too much stuff on it. And I didn't really put that much stuff on it, but like the stuff, like one file would be like 10 gigabytes somehow. It's just like, what? So yeah, the problem was that the USBs would eventually like corrupt, and then anything you put on site it would also corrupt. So yeah, so I've had a lot of breakage and corruptions and stuff. So yeah, even especially when like also like Flash would crash, then there was a chance like 5 years ago when if it crashed, then it would just corrupt. Thankfully, with all the updates and stuff, it hasn't been corrupting as much, but it still obviously crashes at the usual like racial line, and it just crashes kind of stuff. So there's still a lot of stuff that breaks it. So I would say it's better. But yeah, Toon Boom's been pretty good. I think the first couple times I tried opening it, it did crash, but since then it's been actually pretty wonderful. It's been great. It's like a breath of fresh air. It's like you can run through the grass, and it's like you can just breathe in the air. With Flash, it's like, yeah, everything's kind of toxic and like, like nuclear fumes everywhere. It's like, yeah, you can kind of stroll, but after a while you'll get some sort of disease. But yeah, Toon Boom's like, it's doing pretty good. I'm definitely, yeah, I'm using the most recent one, so it's definitely the most updated version. If there were any things that would crash it, it's hopefully been solved at this point. So yeah. Let's see. So yeah, it's gonna be sad when the normal people who either haven't been to a Flash website. You remember those where it's that whole website was made out of Flash, and you'd be able to click on basically anything, because anything could be a symbol, and then you'll be able to click in and can do some sort of interactive stuff. So I was like, that by concept is really cool. If that caught on and didn't have the weird security things, which is the real reason why this is going extinct, because people will be able to inject, because the Flash has a coding engine inside of it, which sounds nice, but if people can inject their own code into it, we all know what that means, is that people can hack into that and do whatever they want with it and put it on a website, and if you go to that website or click a thing or something, it can do whatever the hacker wants. So that's not cool. So what's it been, like 10, 15 years since we known about that? Then now it's like, whoops, we're gonna end Flash player on web browsers. So yeah, by the end of the year. So yeah, and again, like Flash animation itself will still be good, still be driving. I mean, you saw those Newgrounds like that in Final Fantasy collab that I watched. Like, that was... It shows, like, if you put it in the right hands and good artistic people, it's like, yeah, it'll still be good quality. But you can just imagine if they had, like, even more powerful, like, software. It's like, yeah, it's going to be even cooler. So I hope those guys who do those Flash animations, I hope they move on to something more elaborate, be able to do more stuff, because I think that'd be really cool. There's obviously a lot of the Flash that is very limited. Just looking at it now, it's like an outsider perspective. Like, I'm able to look at it and go, yeah, that's... I can see, you know, that they have the potential, but they're just not able to, you know, fully go to the next mile. I'm trying to figure this out. Just with the amount of software and features you should be able to do in Flash, but you just don't. Yeah. What's that? Turn for your old game emulation. Yeah. Well, also going back to like the Mario 3D All-Stars that they're using emulation. But apparently a Galaxy is like a hybrid, they said, where it's like sort of a it's running an exe, but it's like using the Switch's main whatever OS to run it. So yeah, as I said at the top, I don't really have the time or drive to really get 3D All Stars. I mean, that's like 3 games. It's like, you can't just like, you know, finish it in like a weekend or anything. So that'd be hard. Although you could speedrun it, but then what's the fun in that? Of like, you get a game, it's like, why would you want to like immediately speedrun it? Yeah. So I think it'd be good without it. Because I still have, I guess I kind of just collect them. Then I got all the, I nearly have every Nintendo console. I don't have a 64, which is the only Nintendo console I don't have in some physical sense. Yeah, I just never got one. But yeah, I did get some, I guess, in a sense, the emulated ones on WiiWare. So I played Mario 64 on the Wii Shop. So that should count. But again, I just felt like the controls were just really outdated, and just by today's standards, like it doesn't really doesn't control like Link in Breath of the Wild. It's like it's different. I guess they kind of, in a sense, they do, but it's different enough that it's like it's not fun to run around. I don't know. What am I saying? Let me drink some water. I think we're good. We can probably have a short towards the time if we want. Let's see. The graphics and cameras aged. Well, yeah, exactly. Which apparently they fixed in the 3D All-Stars, is that the graphics are now higher fidelity. I looked at the textures and it's like they look real nice. But that haven't really helped the game too much. in the camera would help. If somehow they went back and like changed if they could like, I don't know how easy it is to like copy and paste camera code from like Galaxy or even Sunshine. Sunshine would be the best. If they could like copy paste like the Sunshine camera to 64, I might want to play it more. Because I feel like the freeform camera, where it has like 8 controls, is like way better than the weird C buttons, which are always mapped weird on the Wii controllers. Because with the Wii Classic controllers, like they wasn't a C pad, which apparently they could have, because they did know that they would have, you know, that they would have 64 games on the Classic Virtual Console. So they could have had like another extra bit in the middle or something, you know, like 2 sticks, buttons, D-pad, and C buttons, you know. Like that would have made sense, right? But it could have changed like the D-pad too, like the Joy-Cons where they got the buttons instead of the D-pad. If you acquire PC port, there's mods that give you better control with high res textured models. Yeah, but again, it still comes back to like, is the game actually fun? And that's where I kind of like, that's where I still stop the line. It's like, it's the gameplay of like, it's just hard. I'm just really bad at like this platformers. I think I probably got better because once I play like Odyssey a couple years ago, it's like I feel like I'm pretty good. But I'm sure if I go back, then like obviously, I think Mario might jump less. That makes jumping platforms harder. And you don't get like the recovery in like with the hover nozzle in the Sunshine. So yeah, that's more what it's gonna get me. Than if you fall once it's a bad time. Also just like attention span is more just what gets me more. Like I might get like the first Bowser, you know, probably like in a whole afternoon, and then go, yep, I'm in the next place. Cool. Let me shut it off as a milestone. And when do I come back to it is the next question, you know? So it's sad, yeah. There's so many games that we got like 99% done, and then we just never got back to it. The worst one was Twilight Princess. We got to the final boss. We got to, I don't know if I should spoil Twilight Princess. Spoilers, woo! The boss has like 3 or 4 different phases. We got to like either penultimate one, I think, and we weren't able to do it. Like we would, you know, get through like the whole castle, and then it's like, geez, it's horseback riding, and we were so out of practice in it that it's just like yeah, we were just so bad at playing that part. It's like a completely different control scheme, you know, that it's like, how do I yeehaw, you know, on the horse, you know, so how do I do that? And just aiming and try to get the bad guy, and it's just like, man. And we were so close. We spent like probably like, I don't know, I want to say like a year playing it. It felt like forever, but then we never finished it. When I say we, it's me and my dad. We would go back and forth playing video games a lot. My dad's the true gamer. He truly is. Yeah, he's the MVP. That he was really good. But yeah, he's got his own limits of like platforming and like weird stages like that where it's just like, I don't know. And the horseback riding was weird. And then because you have to like drive your horse and archery and not get hit, and as soon as you get hit by something, you would fall off your horse, and it's like you gotta get back up, but then you get hit by another guy, and it's just like, yeah, you gotta, yeah. So yeah. You started this so many times when I finished it. I know. It's such a good game. I did. We Dad and I did play Wind Waker, after Twilight Princess. So, and I was like, man, Wind Waker is way better. And it's like, man, we had the attention span to like keep playing it. And it's like, yeah, let's finish it. And it's like, yeah, we did. You know, it's like, that was fantastic that we were able to finish Wind Waker, but not Twilight Princess. And then the Wii U port came out like, maybe like half a year later after we played it. A little bit more. Then it's like, ooh, it's now pretty now. Which is the HD version. And it's like, I want to play it. So I bought it. And it's like, I'm just going to play it on my own. I'm going to make just do it back to front with HD version. And it's like, I'm going to do it myself. Because I know how to play it now. And I did. I beat the final boss. And it's like, that felt really good. Because I barely finish any video games. It was like, be able to finish one is like, huge. So, yeah. That felt really good to finish Wind Waker. HD and SD, I guess, but I was kind of tag team with SD, but I was able to finish. I did it with a walkthrough though, and I did it with trying to get every heart. I made it the mission to get every heart piece, so that took a while. But yeah, just knowing the temples already made that happen really fast. That like just doing the harder. Some of the harder heart missions took way longer than some of the temples. I remember one in Wind Waker where you gotta use your leaf, and then it's in the ocean, and you gotta it's like one of those, I don't even know what it is, but it's like it's in the ocean, and you gotta fly with a bunch of tornadoes that kind of boost you up, so you gotta get to like a platform or something at the far end. Basically just like how far you can get, kind of a score thing. And I remember doing that for like a whole afternoon of just trying to get it all the way to the end. And it's like trying to use the walkthrough like tips and stuff, and it's like those don't really help. Eventually just do it on my own and just get really good at just figuring it out, and I got it. So there you go. Get some water. Alright. Other new stuff. Let's do that. Let's see. Big thing is trying to get the Derpy movie done. I know I said that it'll be done 2 weeks ago. But prior arrangements are coming up, and yeah, I get less time each day now. Because like at the beginning of the year, I had like all day practically to work on the movie. But now I got Midnight Mares and this other side project that's like, as well, I think October takes up like a half hour each day. So it kind of adds up into like only getting like 2 or 3 hours a day to work on Derpy movie. So yeah, that slows it down a whole bunch. As well as on being perfectiony with it, that every frame has to be, a painting. To an extent, that's like trying to make sure every frame is good is the main mission. But of course, there's like 2,000 probably frames in it, so it's nearly 2 minutes of animation. So that's 1,440 times 2. What would that be? That'd be 14, 2880. So 2,880 frames approximately. So to make sure that all those look good. Yeah. So it's a little bit longer than the last one, I think. But basically just like it has a slow part in the middle that kind of is meh. But it's a fun exposition little thing. So yeah, I hope to get it done, is now what I'll say. Rather than I'll get it done by Tuesday. I'm not going to say that, because that's not going to be done by Tuesday. So the only thing I worry about is getting closer and closer to Halloween. So I don't want to bunch it up with, and have competition with Halloween videos that my weird video is gonna be mixed in. And it's like everyone's watching Halloween stuff, and would you want to watch something that takes on a nice sunny, happy, nothing really scary happens video around the same time? So I'm thinking of just, because I was gonna make it like either like last week or this week's and try to upload it, but that's not possible. So I might want to just work on it at least next week, or at least, yeah. I probably should just think about it as, let's get it done, in a sense, and then figure out when to upload it. It's probably a better way. So, but of course it's good to have those kind of deadlines that be able to say like, yes, it'll be done around this time, and then shrug and go, eh. So, I'm sorry that, yeah, this is coming off as a weird, like, it's taking forever, and it's just like, because I expected it to be done sooner. So, like, that's kind of happens. So, yes, exactly, that they're healthy, but it's just like, yeah, being too early on it makes unnecessary stress when it'll take a little bit longer than you expect. So when things like, I want the background ponies done this week, and then you go through it and actually start doing it, and it's like, oh wait, I have a little bit more to do than I thought, or didn't actually plan it out and think about the realistics of making like 20 characters and animating them all. It's like, it's gonna take a little bit longer. As well as all the delays in just working on other stuff also isn't helping. So instead of spending like 4 or 5 hours a day, now it's only like 2 or less. So that's really the main thing that's slowing things down. Is because I'm working on other things. Which I guess I was working on other things way back when, since like May. So that's about when I, started this. So, chapter 3. So, yeah, I know. So, if anything, I would like to say to get it done by November. That'll be great. Let's say that. By hopefully November will be great. So I can have the rest of 2.5 weeks. So hopefully, yeah, I wanted to know what your kind of reactions to that be. Because obviously you've already been waiting so long anyway. So, and I keep like teasing it. It's coming soon, but it keeps getting delayed, so I'm sorry. So I want to know what you think about that. Otherwise, I think we'll be good for this Toaster Time. Because that's basically all the updates, I think. Let me just check to see. Oh, it's Babscon. Okay, I got like a Discord. It's like, what's going on? Who's pinging me? It's Babscon 365 Discord. Okay, didn't expect that. Alrighty. In that case, hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll probably not. I'll have to keep working every day. I'll try and, I don't know. This is just for me. I probably won't say it then. I'll try and work during the weekend. So, yeah. Yeah, let's see. Okay, that's totally fun, legit. Thank you. To notice, yeah, there's like 78 people in here. So, yeah. I expect there's people who are just listening. That's okay. Well, I can kind of sit up. Well, I can squish. I can squatch and stretch. Hehe. I didn't know I could do that. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Yeah, I was just adjusting my chair. It was like, oh, I can stretch. Cool. Okay. There you go. Hi, Zero. Oh, Zero. That's cool. How you doing? I like a new skill. Got a new skill power. Awesome. Yeah, I got wiggly, bendy body bits. There you go. What's it called when it's like morphing and deforming? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I gotta end this before I get too weird with this power. Okay, yeah. Thank you guys for coming. Hope you guys had a fun time. And especially, yeah, for people who were listening. Hope this was a not too distracting, I guess. As I zip around between working on stuff and helping with you guys. So yeah. Let's see. Actually, I need to click this button. Or maybe I should click this button first. What did I move? I moved something. Hopefully it wasn't bad. Okay. Yeah. Have a good weekend, and then we'll come back on Tuesday and we'll continue working on this, because there's still, as you see, like a lot more animation to do. We'll see if I need to animate on the in between, but I think we'll be good. So, we should be good. Okay, yeah, thank you. Bye bye.